Welcome. In this video, I'll understand the circular queue with one slot empty. Okay, previously understood circular queues where n is the capacity of the queue. All the n slots will be used. Okay, utilized. So for that, we start the pointers from -1 f and r, that is front and rear pointers, to -1, set to -1 initially. But the standard implementation is where usually set the front and rear to 0. Okay, initialize 0. So if you initialize to 0, there is a certain problem we face. So for that reason, we have to keep one slot empty. Okay, so if n is the capacity, I have to set it as the maximum capacity will be, utilization will be n minus 1. Okay, this is based on the pigeonhole principle, the issue why we get it. Okay, let's understand this. Okay. So why this ambiguity arises in the circular queue if I set the front and rear pointer to 0. Okay. So front and rear restricted to 0 to n minus 1, and you are using pure modulo arithmetic only. Okay, mod operation. You are not using anything like -1. So no counter or no flag. When you implement in real world standard, so you usually start with 0. Right? Filling completely wraps rear back and onto front. Okay. So now what is the issue? Let us understand here. Yeah, given you a queue with n equal to 6, capacity of this queue is 6. Initially, if I point it to -1, that is fine. But let's say we'll initialize both front equal to 0 and rear pointer is equal to 0. This is at the beginning. So initially, the one condition is what? But check empty is, if f is equal to r, then it is empty because when they are 0 now, right? Now let me insert some elements 10. Now where is rear pointer? We point now to the next element. Try insert. Okay. Next I will insert here. Then I will point r to the next empty slot. Then insert here. Then point r here. Insert here. Then we will point r here. So that means the index of the next free slot for the incoming element. That is where the rear pointer will be pointing. So I will insert here and then point here. Okay. Next I will insert one more. Now where will be r pointing? R will point to 0. Now r is equal to 0. F is also 0. Now q is full. Q is full. So the condition here is again f is equal to r implies q is full. So now there is a ambiguity. Ambiguity on whether the queue is empty or full. When I use the non-sentinels or no counter or no flag. Because I started with f equal to 0 and r equal to 0. So that is the problem. So why it occurs? Based on the pigeonhole principle. What pigeonhole principle says, if I have n slots, okay, for example, and then I have n plus 1 elements, that implies that at least one slot has more than 2 elements, right? Has 2 elements. Then only I can fit it. So that is the pigeonhole principle. Same thing here. So when I try to utilize all n slots, okay, n equal to 6, all are full here. All n slot if I try to utilize, then what is happening? So front and rear are pointing to that. That means at least 2 elements like that. You can think as 2 pointers, front and rear, pointing for both empty and full case at the same location. So that is the problem. So for that reason, how will you solve this problem is you reserve one slot, that is maximum capacity, set it as n minus 1. So this is where even in the standard GATE exam questions will be asking based on this only. With n minus 1 slots you can utilize. N is the capacity of the queue, then I can only utilize n minus 1 slots. So rest of the things will remain same. Enqueue, Dequeue operation will remain same. Only thing is now what is the condition for empty and fullness? We always empty. Initially you started with what? Rear equal to front, right? So when I started f equal to r, that is we set it as 0. So then it is empty. So when both rear and front are equal. They not be equal to 0 always. They can be, if they are equal, then definitely yes, it is empty. Full means you have to check if the rear plus 1 mod n equal to front. So what exactly this means? So I have a circular queue. Let us say 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So n is equal to 5. So capacity, maximum capacity is n minus 1. This is 4. So initially front and rear pointers are pointing here. So initially let me insert 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. When I insert 40, my rear pointer will be pointing here. Now I will check the fullness. See, always this in this circular queue with one slot empty, rear pointer, the index will be pointing to the next empty slot. So if I want to insert here, the condition I have to check is, because I have to leave one slot empty. So I will check R plus 1 mod n is it equal to front. That means will it reach this point. So this will give me, so for example, 4 plus 1, 5. 5 mod 5 is 0. So 0 is equal to 0. That is front is also pointing 0. That means what? We will say Q is full. So this slot is left empty. In this case, it will be empty. Okay. So this is why the condition will be rear plus 1 mod n equal to front. By empty case, in the same example, let us take, I go on, R is pointing to 4. The last element inserted was 40. If I delete this, the F will point here. If I delete this, the F will point here. If I delete this, the F will point here. Okay. If I delete this, the F will be here. That is the reason we say when F equal to R. Now if you observe here, all the elements are removed. The Q is empty. Hence, front equal to rear is the condition for empty. So rest the operation is same. Okay. So what is the condition I have to check before enqueuing? So first we check if rear plus 1 mod n equal to front. If it is true, then I will say it is full. Okay, because one slot I am reserving. Else you insert and then advance the pointer. So for example, let us start with initially F equal to 0 and R equal to 0. They are pointing here. So Q is not full. Next, you insert this into empty slot, insert an element X. Then insert here 30, 40, 50. Now when I come here, it will be R will be pointing to 5. If I try to insert now, it will not be inserted because this slot should be left empty. Okay, so that F and R will not overlap. That is the concept in circular queue with one empty slot. And then you can start my pointers with 0. Okay, so and also calculate how many elements are present. Okay, number of current elements at any point of time in the circular queue with one slot empty, number of elements present at that time or current. So we will get it as R minus F plus n mod n. Okay. So for example here initially F is pointing to 0 and R is at 5. So R is 5 minus 0 plus total n value is what? Here 6. Okay. 6 mod n. Okay. So that is 11 mod 6 is 5. So I have 5 elements here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. Similarly, Dequeue operation. So the condition is when it will be empty, if front and rear are pointing to the same location, then it is Q is empty. Else you remove that element from the front and then increment the front pointer mod n and then return X. For example, if I had 20, 30, so my rear pointer will be pointing here, okay, to the next empty slot. Initially F is equal to 0. So now if I want to delete it, first delete this element and then forward the pointer here. Okay, always front will be pointing to the current element to be deleted. The element will be present in that slot. Okay, but R will be pointing to the next empty slot. So that is the concept. Let's take an example. A circular queue is implemented using an array of size n equal to 5 with maximum capacity 4 elements n minus 1. Starting at front equal to rear equal to 0, the following operations run in order. So initially, my front and rear pointers are pointing here 0. First is Enqueue 10. So first insert and then update the pointer. Next, again Enqueue. So increment, insert Enqueue and then update the pointer to the next empty slot, rear pointer. Then Enqueue 30, the empty slot put 30, update it to next. Then there is a Dequeue operation. Dequeue means the current element pointed by the front pointer, that element should be removed. So I will remove 10 and advance the pointer to the next. Then again Enqueue 40. Enqueue 40 here, and then your rear pointer will be pointing to the next empty slot. So they are asking what are the values, front and rear. So front is pointing to 1, rear is pointing to 4. Okay. So this is after these operations are done. And what is the current size using the size formula? So current size is given as R minus F plus N mod N. N is 5 here. Currently rear pointer is at 4 minus 1 plus N is 5 mod 5. Okay, so 8 mod 5 is equal to 3. So 3 elements are there. So observe here 1, 2 and 3 elements are in the queue at this point. A circular queue uses an array of size n equal to 6 with maximum capacity 5 elements. That is because one slot is reserved, not used. With front equal to 4 and rear equal to 3. So front is pointing here 4. Rear pointer is pointing here. It means what? The front is behind the rear always, right? So rear pointer has completed at least one round. So now they are asking, using the full condition, is this queue full? Okay, see, when the rear pointer is pointing here means this slot will be empty. Okay, third, index 3. There will be some elements here, let's say 10, 20, 30, 40. And then front, if it is pointing, there will be also the element, that element to be deleted next. Okay, so this is the, you can imagine the circular queue like this now. Now can I insert? So if I check rear plus 1 mod n is equal to, is it equal to front? So rear plus 1 is 3 plus 1, 4 mod, size is 6. Is it equal to front pointer is 4? So 4 is equal to 4. That means if I insert here, I will point R2 here. So that creates an ambiguity. So one slot should be left empty. Hence I cannot insert this. Okay. So now what will be the current number of elements? R is 3 minus F is 4 plus N is 6 mod 6. Why this N is added in the formula is because it's a circular queue. Always you rotate. So it is 5 mod 6. So it is 5 only. So if you observe here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements in this queue. A circular queue is implemented using an array of size n equal to 7, giving a maximum capacity of n minus 1 equal to 6 elements. Starting from front equal to rear equal to 0, what is the maximum number of successful Enqueue calls possible before the queue reports full? What are the front and rear at that point, and how does this confirm n minus 1 capacity rule? So initially we will start F and R pointing to 0. Next, so I can insert an element 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. When 60 is inserted, my rear pointer will be pointing to index 6 in the queue. So now if I want to insert next element, I will check R plus 1 mod n is equal to F. Okay, I have not deleted any elements. They are only asking for Enqueue operations here. So 6 plus 1, 7 mod 7 is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So it is full. Queue is full. So because one slot is reserved here. So at this point, where is rear pointer pointing? It is pointing to 6. Front pointer is still at 0. How does it confirm the n-1 capacity rule? So we calculate how many elements are present in this item when Q is full. So your reported Q is full. So how will it take the capacity? So number of current elements, that is R 6 minus 0 plus n is 7 mod 7. 13 mod 7 is 6. So 6 elements are there. So capacity is 6. That is nothing but 7 minus 1 or n minus 1. So that is the correct. In the next video, we will solve the practice problems on the concept of the queues. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share.